Alright, excuse me. Welcome back to Noble Reincarnation Anime Review, episode number 9. We are here reviewing the 10th episode, excuse me, actually it's 10th episode, 10, my mistake. 10th episode, Lightning Prince and Wise Prince. Yes, we have 2 more to go. So, here's what happens. A lot of events happen, of course, in this one episode. So we start off with this. So in the aftermath of the events in the previous episode, Gilbert, they searched his mansion and found documents pertaining to the potential assassination of the king. So he's immediately arrested, and he's going to be sentenced by having his lower half chopped off. And it's up to the emperor to basically decide when. All we can do for him is just delay his sentence. That's all we can do for him. And it's not like we can. It mentioned we can't just let him go for him to murder the king. And Albert is left to deal with basically killing his little brother. And then of course, basically, well, Noah's reward, like, it would be Gilbert's Philip. Nope. He gets to get a future bride. Yep. A future bride, which plays a role later on in the episode. So then right afterwards, the guy who worked for the first prince, who's working as a spy, first prince for Noah, he basically is rewarded for informing him of the treason's plot by giving him 10,000 ril. And as a result of this, Zoe comes in and says, "Oh yeah, your mom can come back now. You're perfectly fine." And then okay, that wraps up that big plot. It's like you think, oh, they just wrapped up basically everything last episode quickly. Well, that's not the anime's fault for that. That's actually the fault of the manga for doing that. So, and then right after this, where, oh, by the way, the emperor informs Noah that his future bride is going to be the granddaughter of his uncle, the Lightning Prince. So yes, he's getting a distant cousin as a bride. This is standard for Japanese culture to do this, to have married cousins. So, pretty much, basically, he goes to the market with one of his maids, Gigi. Not Shirley, not Zoe, with Gigi. There's a fight going. There's basically a woman who's offering herself to pay for money, and beats some guys up. One guy basically has another guy drug her in order to take her as his, and then Noah steps in, beats him really easily, takes out the other guy, and then the girl herself is offered 100 rils to preparation for the next term. And of course, basically, that she had to do is because of a Knight of the 10th Prince. And he's like, yeah, I knew the 10th Prince would say that. It's like he knows all the princes really well. And then the guy show back up. He shows the guy, I think his name is Chad. At first he didn't have his henchman. Of course he does. But yeah, it was henchman. And he comes back with more henchmen. And he beats him really easily. And then, oh, by the way, also the girl is helped out. And then the girl just stands there in all of Noah. And then, just by sheer coincidence, now this is not the fault of the anime for this. This is the fault of the manga for this. Where after he defeats all this guy's henchmen, of course, this guy was Knight of the Prince, takes the guys away, and then just by sheer coincidence, the Lightning Prince just happened to be there, and Noah knows this is Lightning Prince because the golden gourd he carries. That is a plot detail. He apparently, according to he just recently found out about it, and it keeps you curious though. Was there a scene cut from the anime where he knew about that? From what I can tell, no, because it was like in the manga too. So, and then he chats him for a bit, like, of course, well, this is great uncle, and the fact that he might become his future grandfather-in-law, and discuss basically the granddaughter who will become Noah's actual wife. We don't see her yet, but she's a very pretty lady. Who's about Noah's age, and they chat for a bit, and of course, basically. And they do an intimidation game by basically Noah does not want to basically injure him because he's basically a distant relative. So he's like, oh, he found out about my technique. So I was like, I'm accepting. He's like, I'm accepting your engagement, my granddaughter, and plus give you this ring, which of course has this bull named Behemoth, which he defeats and becomes his servant. And then Noah just summons all of his little mystical servants, which is fire, wind. I think it was like fire, wind, water, and this one. And they're all brought together. Apparently, the first time in 1,000 years, these four brought together, and there's a blinding light, and that's how the episode ends. Yeah, that's all that happens. There's nothing cut from here. It's pretty much straightforward. And we have only just a couple more episodes left to go. Now, there will be a time skip really soon. He's currently 12 right now, but there will be a time skip soon where he will age up to be 15, and that's the last time skip they have for the series. And he will get a bride and a concubine. Who the concubine is going to be, you'll find out and see. Because so far, this has been a really good series so far. And there's only 2 more episodes left to go, and then we're done. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and do commenters next. Okay, next video. Bye.